एक marginal rate of technical substitution means the number of unit of capital. Be careful because even explain the following में भी पूछेगा. The number of unit of capital. इसलिए how we are starting MRTS LK. So you have to start from K. Number of unit of capital that is sacrificed for additional unit of labor. Additional unit of labor. And I had asked you to draw the table. Are you remembering? Did you draw this table? One minute, 1 second. Yes. Correct. What did we say? Yesterday हमने क्या बोला children? Beginning में producer के पास 15 unit of cap. Beginning में producer के पास 15 unit of capital है, 1 unit of labor है. देखो आप 1 unit of capital, 15 unit of capital and 1 unit of labor. Sorry. Then next time क्या होता है? Capital become 11, labor become 2. So labor 1 plus हो जाता है, capital 4 कम होता है. So 4:1. 15 minus 11, 4. Then 11 minus 8, 3. 8 minus 6, 2. हर टाइम कैपिटल कम होता रहता है एंड लेबर +1 होते इंक्रीज होते. बिगिनिंग में लेबर 1 था, लास्ट में लेबर 4 हो गया. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Capital 15, 11, 8, 6. So we are saying 4:1, 3:1, 2:1. Marginal rate of technical substitution is diminishing. What is the reason? Beginning में producer was ready to give 4 unit of capital. 1 unit of labor मिलने के लिए 4 unit of capital देने के लिए तैयार था. बाद में he is ready to give 3 unit of capital. बाद में 2 unit. That means marginal rate of technical substitution is decreasing. Take down the point. MRTS is diminishing. MRTS is decreasing. IQ, isoquant is convex to the origin because MRTS is diminishing. Children, take down this point. MRTS is convex to the origin because isoquant is convex to the origin because MRTS is diminishing. लिखा आपने? Can you see the screen now? You can see now. Okay. So I will go there. Isoquant is convex to the origin because marginal rate of technical substitution is decreasing. Okay. I will add one slide here. मैं उसके लिए देखता है. 1 minute. एक slide add करने का है, दूसरा कुछ नहीं. इधर I am just adding one slide. Next feature is two isoquant do not intersect each other. Ligo. Feature ligo. Two isoquant do not intersect each other. इसका meaning क्या है? दो isoquant एक दूसरे को कट नहीं करेगा. Okay. What is the reason? Draw here. Draw along with me. X-axis labor, Y-axis capital. डालो उधर. And draw the first one. Isoquant is downward sloping. Draw along with me. Madam दिखता नहीं है सामने करके draw नहीं करना छोड़ने का नहीं. You have to draw children. Examination में this type of questions are compulsory. Then You are aware this isoquant is giving 20 units of output. Second, isoquant 2. This is giving 30 unit of output. So if this point is wrong, so isoquant, this is wrong. What is the reason, children? एक isoquant 20 units देता है, दूसरा isoquant 30 units देता है. Naturally, दोनों में isoquant कट नहीं करेगा. समझा? Two isoquant will not cut. ये दोनों कट होने पर क्या होगा? IQ1 and IQ2 are giving same unit of output. लिखो उधर. Two isoquant should not intersect each other. Two isoquant should not intersect each other. This is because, I hope you are writing. This is because IQ1 gives 20 units of output. IQ1 gives 20 units of output. IQ2 gives 30 units of output. IQ2 gives 30 units of output. Since the output is different, they cannot intersect each other. Since the output is different, they cannot intersect each other. Since the output is different, they cannot intersect with each other. आपने लिखा? Since the output is different, they cannot intersect with each other. Did you write? Since the output is different, they cannot intersect with each other. आपने लिखा? Yes or no? Children chat में डालो. Okay, अभी isoquant कैसा होना चाहिए? They should not intersect each other. ठीक है. Now draw the isoquant. X, Y, draw along with me. मैडम दिखता नहीं है करके बैठने का नहीं. Labor capital. अभी isoquant कैसा होना चाहिए? IQ1 20 unit. IQ2 30 units. They will not touch each other. IQ3 40 units. IQ4 50 units. Draw the diagram. They are not touching each other. It's very clear. IQ1 20 units, IQ2 30 units, IQ3 40 units, IQ4 50 units. Go. Higher the isoquant, higher is the output. Higher the isoquant, higher is the output. What is the meaning? Beginning में output 20 the isoquant high होने तक output is also increasing. 20 become 30, 30 become 40, 40 become 50. They cannot intersect each other. They are all, they are not touching each other. Higher the isoquant, higher is the output. अभी आप देखो next sentence आप क्या लिखेगा? लिखो उधर. The family of isoquant, this is the family 1, 2, 3, 4. The family of isoquant is known as family family of isoquant is known as isoquant map. Isoquant map, MAP. इधर देखो, family of isoquant is known as isoquant map. Family of isoquant is known as isoquant map. ये भी लिखो आप, MCQ लिखो उधर. MCQ लिखो. Family of isoquant is known as isoquant map. MCQ लिखो. अभी last isoquant do not touch either the axis. Isoquants do not touch either the axis. Isoquant कौन सा भी एक्सिस को टच नहीं करेगा. ड्रॉ द डायग्राम. कैसा ड्रॉ में लेबर कैपिटल isoquant 1 isoquant 2 एक कौन सा भी एक्सिस को टच नहीं करेगा. ये wrong है because it is touching the axis. Similarly, ये भी wrong है. It is touching the axis. Isoquant कौन सा भी axis को touch नहीं करेगा, वो बीच में होगा. Isoquant will not touch any of this axis. Okay, isoquant will not touch any of this axis. What is the reason? Go. If isoquant touches any axis, producer is using only one factor. If isoquant is touching any of the axis, producer is using only one factor. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. Producer has to use, Ligo, producer has to use both labor and capital. Producer has to use both labor and capital. Producer has to use both labor and capital to produce a commodity. To produce a commodity. Producer has to use both labor and capital to produce a commodity. लिखा आपने चैट में डालो. Yes, others kindly put. Did you complete? Okay, thank you. So we are quickly refreshing the properties of isoquant. First one, isoquant is downward sloping. Second is isoquant is convex to the origin. Third is isoquant do not intersect each other. Fourth is they do not touch either the axis. Again, I am repeating what is isoquant. Isoquant is the combination of two inputs which gives same output to the producer. Isoquant is the combination of two inputs which gives same output to the producer. Okay, अपने लिखा होगा. अभी एक शॉर्ट नोट का पॉइंट आएगा. डायग्राम थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, so slowly जाएगा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लिखो, नया लिखो. Draw and explain ridge lines. Draw and explain ridge line. ये थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, बराबर लिखो. Draw and explain ridge line. Ridge lines are The collection of points of the book में देखेगा locus. Locus means collection. Ridge lines are collection of points where marginal productivity of the factors are zero. Marginal productivity of the factors are zero. Underline करो zero. MP को भी underline करो. Ridge lines are the collection of points where marginal productivity of the factors are zero. Aim objective में भी पूछेगा. Dash is the collection of the points where marginal productivity of the factors are zero. For the other way around. Ridge lines are collection of the points where marginal productivity of the factor is dash. So marginal productivity of the factor is zero. Did you write? Marginal productivity of the. So एक बार पढ़ो. What is ridge line? Children who have joined late. What is ridge line? It is the collection of points where marginal productivity of the factors are zero. आपको मालूम है what is marginal productivity? Side में लिखो. Marginal productivity is the addition made to the total production. Marginal productivity is the addition made to the total production. Addition made to the total production. Marginal productivity is the addition made to the total production. इसका diagram थोड़ा difficult है, draw along with me. So ridge line क्या है children? It will be asked for short notes. Ridge lines are those points where marginal productivity of the factor is zero. Okay. Now I am going to draw the ridge line. Draw along with me. Labor capital. Draw करो. Isoquant 1. ब्रैकेट में डालो 100. Then आपको इधर एक लाइन ड्रॉ करने के लिए ऐसा इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करेगा, ऐसे एक लाइन ड्रॉ करेगा. बाद में we will mark it. Then isoquant 2, isoquant 3, 200, 300. ऐसा ड्रॉ करो. Then every point को ऐसा करने का. ऐसा पॉइंट को टच करो, एक एक लाइन को. देन इधर भी देन रेड लाइन A, B, D, E, F, G, H. ये आपने इधर ऐसा ड्रॉ किया ना. दिस इज द रिड्ज लाइन. दिस इज द रिड्ज लाइन. यू वांट मी टू ड्रॉ द डायग्राम अगेन? और आपने ड्रॉ किया. डिड यू ड्रॉ द डायग्राम? Children, There are around 70 students. Tell me, did you draw the diagram or not? Or you want me to draw the diagram again? Bolo. Oh, good. Textbook में page number or maybe page number 156. Textbook में you will see the diagram. ये देखो, what is this point? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. देखो उधर, the point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are the point where marginal productivity of the factor is 0. Marginal productivity of the factor is 0. Marginal productivity of the factor is 0. Marginal productivity of the factors are 0. 3 marks are for the diagram. I hope it is clear to you. Okay. One minute, let me take the next slide. One second, let me take the other slide. That folder got closed. Next question, Ligo. I hope you can see the screen. No. Can you see the screen now? पेज नंबर मैंने ऑलरेडी बोला, रिड्ज लाइन का पेज नंबर इज 136. रिड्ज लाइन का. This question you write. What is isocost line? Explain isocost line and produces equilibrium. Explain isocost line and produces equilibrium. Draw and explain isocost line and produces equilibrium. I hope you have written the question. Explain isocost line and produces equilibrium. Little before isoquant, don't get confused. You have studied isoquant. What is isoquant? Combination of two input which gives same output. Combination of two inputs which give same output. Now we are going to study what is isocost line. Okay. देखो देखो isocost line इधर लिखा है देखो, is the locus of various points. Isocost line is the locus of various combination of labor and capital. Various combination of labor and capital, which a given price of labor and capital could be bought for a given amount of money. इधर जो दिया है देखो, I'm repeating, you can write like this. Isocost line is the various combination of labor and capital. Isocost line is the collection of combination of labor and capital. Point number 1. Price of labor and capital is given price of labor and capital is given, and income is also given. Income is also given. I am repeating 3 points I told. What is isocost line? Isocost line is the combination of labor and capital, point number 1. Point number 2, price of labor and capital is given. Point number 3, income is given. Income is given. लिखा आपने? What is isocost line? आपने लिखा? I want answers. Chat में डालो. What is isocost line? आपको डायग्राम दे. one second children. आपको डायग्राम ड्रॉ करने का है. Sorry, children, somebody has come. Okay. So what is isocost line? Isocost line is the combination of labor and capital. Point number 1. Point number 2, price of labor and capital is given. Point number 3, income is given. Then draw the isocost line. इधर दिया है देखो. Isocost line draw करो. It is just a straight line. ये देखो. इधर labor, इधर capital. This is isocost line. इसको हम isocost line बोलते हैं. I hope you have drawn the diagram. Then this isocost line is changing. It 1 second, children. 1 second. I am just, you should not get confused. Either I am drawing. How do we draw? देखो. This is isocost line. This is okay. This is A1, B1. Isocost line is changing. This is the first isocost line. This is the second isocost line. Why do the isocost line changes? एक ही reason है. Either the price of the labor and capital might have changed. Second, income of the producer might have increased. Children, isocost line change होने का दो ही reason है. One is price of the factor might have changed. Second, income of the producer might have increased. लिखा आपने? There are two reasons for the change of iso. Perfect, children. मैं अभी देखा आपका chat. Isocost line change होता है due to two reasons. What are the two reasons? Either price of labor and capital changes. Second, income of the producer changes. These are the two reasons. And what is our question? Isocost line and producers equilibrium. देखो इधर भी ऐड करना पड़ेगा because जगह नहीं है. I'm just adding equilibrium. Draw करो. Give the heading. I hope you can see the screen. Okay, draw the diagram. Draw the diagram along with me. Labor, capital. अभी क्या करेगा? देखो. This is isocost line AB. Draw along with me. What are we drawing? Produces equilibrium. Produces equilibrium with isocost line. Draw the diagram along with me. Then एक ही point में isocost तक होगा. Nothing हुआ. इसलिए you don't know. एक point में isocost तक होगा. Isocost. This point is A. Draw along with me. Second draw करो. A1 parallelly draw करो. A1 B1. A1 B1. Second touch होगा उधर. Touch नहीं होगा, touch होगा. Isoquant 2. Third draw करो. A2 B2. This point is B. This point is C. अब देखो, अब आंसर देखो. When isoquant is tangent with, when isoquant is tangent with isocost line, it is known as produces equilibrium. When isoquant is tangent with the isocost line, it is known as produces equilibrium. When isoquant is tangent with isocost line, it is known as produces equilibrium. Children, one more way this diagram can be drawn. This diagram, write down this diagram also. ये देखो. This is isocost line. This is isoquant. This is the equilibrium. This is the equilibrium. पीछे का isoquant ड्रॉ करो. आगे का isoquant ड्रॉ करो. पीछे का isoquant, आगे का isoquant. This one is considered as the equilibrium. What is the reason? IQ2 is tangent with price line at point E. IQ2 is tangent with the price line AB at point E. समझ में आया? There are three isoquant, IQ1, IQ2, IQ3. All the three are not equilibrium in this diagram. IQ2 is in equilibrium. What is the reason? IQ2 में isocost line, isocost line है AB. AB is tangent with IQ2. Isocost line AB is tangent with isoquant 2. So equilibrium का condition क्या है children? Isocost line is tangent with isoquant. Equilibrium of the producer is that point where isocost line is tangent with the isoquant. क्या बोला मैंने? What is equilibrium children? लिखो. What is equilibrium ka point? Confident. Could you understand or not? AB is known as what? Isocos line. IQ is isoquant. So IQ2 is tangent with the isoquant. IQ2 isoquant is equilibrium with AB, price line. So IQ2 is tangent with the price line at point E. Therefore, point E is considered as what? Equilibrium. Point E is considered as equilibrium. Go there. Could you understand or not? Ligo. I'm waiting. Produces, what is produces equilibrium? Point number 1, produces equilibrium can be found out with isocos line and isoquant. It is a point where isoquant is tangent with isocos line. It is the point where isoquant is tangent. I told you previously also in the class. Tangent means one point. That is tangent, this point. I want more answers. Could you follow or not? Right, yes or no? I am waiting. So many students are there, right, everybody? Write fast, or I am waiting. I cannot see. Very few chats can be seen. Okay, children did not understand. No problem. I am repeating again. What is the question? Produces equilibrium with the help of isoquant. Produces help of isoquant. That is the question. Slowly go there. Produces equilibrium can be found out with the help of with the help of isocos line and isoquant. This is the first line, eligo. Produces equilibrium can be found out with the help of isocos line and isoquant. Then you draw the diagram. Draw the diagram. This is labor, this is capital. This is isocos line. Draw along with me. This is isocos line. Draw along with me. Now draw an isoquant. एक ही point में touch होगा. This is the equilibrium. This is the equilibrium. Then एक isoquant आप draw करो. इधर touch होने पर भी चलेगा. No problem. Touch नहीं होने पर भी चलेगा. एक isoquant आगे draw करो. IQ1, IQ2, IQ3. अभी आप लिखो producer is in equilibrium at point E. Producer is in equilibrium at point E. At point E, isocos line at point E, isocos line is tangent with isoquant. Is tangent with isoquant 2. At equilibrium, isocos line is tangent with isoquant at point E. This point, आपने लिखा? Okay. IQ1 cannot be considered as equilibrium. IQ1, this one. IQ1 cannot be considered as equilibrium because it is not tangent with the price line. This is not equilibrium because price line means tangent in here. It is not tangent with price line. It is not tangent. It is IQ1 cannot be considered as equilibrium because it is not tangent with the price line. IQ3 cannot be considered as equilibrium. This one. IQ3 cannot be considered as equilibrium because it is outside the price line. Price line either hai, IQ3 either hai. It is outside the price line. It is outside the price line. It is outside the price line. Therefore, producer is in equilibrium. Producer is in equilibrium. At that point, producer is in equilibrium at that point where isoquant is tangent with isocos line. Isoquant is tangent with isocos line. Isocos line at point B. Point E, sorry, at point E. Isoquant is tangent with isocos line at point E. Abhi लिखो मेरे chat में, could you understand or not? I want majority to write. I don't want one or two students answer. Abhi लिखो yes or no. What is the question? Explain producer's equilibrium with isocos line. That is the question. Okay, thank you, children. Thank you. Tomorrow's lecture, I will be taking two very important questions. One is expansion path. Second is law of variable proportion. Law of variable proportion.